Welcome, my loves. How you doing? Been a minute, yeah? I'm sorry. Kind of been going through the most, and I don't even know how I'm doing this video, but I was challenged by two of my friends to just stop hiding. Not that I've been hiding, but I kind of just dug myself into a dark hole. So I'm gonna say Happy New Year right now, because we haven't really touched base. So Happy New Year, and I think it's Happy New Year for me because I feel like I want to start my life from this point moving forward. I hope we can do it together. So what happened? I'd been sick for a while. I just didn't know how sick I was from around last year, November. But in January, I almost died. Guys, I was left with like 12 hours. Yani the window between life and death for me was 12 hours and 4 amazing doctors. And yeah, so I had sepsis and peritonitis in my abdomen. They removed 5 liters of pus from my abdomen, and up until now there's still a whole lot of questions of where it came from. My kidneys were also shot because of the work of fighting the infection and the level of pain I was in. Guys, it's while I was on dialysis, I was in ICU, I was in HDU, I got pneumonia, one of my lungs collapsed. It's not been easy, and I don't know, maybe it's because of the pressure of what I have to do, or how you have to be, but I've been trying to carry it around with as much grace as possible, but it rocked my world. It really did rock my world. And why am I doing this? I want to say thank you first and foremost, and I also want to reach out to you who's probably in the same position as me, and just let you know that we're in this together. So first and foremost, the first people I want to say thank you to are baby girls who encouraged me, the baby girls who I met while we were doing those deadly walks in the ward. Yeah, I kind of had to learn how to walk again. We were there for each other. And I want to say a very special thank you to the amazing nurses who walked with me through this very treacherous journey. From the nurses in HDU, in ICU, to the baby girls in St. Andrew's ward. Thank you for giving me the care and the love that I couldn't give myself before I felt sick, as I was sick, after. There's no way I would have gotten through it without you guys. Let me tell you something, from Dorcas to Lynn to Carissa to Kizit, as in like the list is endless. Prudence, Shorty with the lashes. Anyway, I just want to say thank you. You never know who's going to help you in your 11th hour, and that's one thing that I've really learned. Big up to St. Andrew's ward and the baby girl nurses. You guys are absolutely everything. Guys, recovery, let me just say the way it is. Recovery has kicked my ass. And because it's twofold, there's what happens to your body, and then there's what happens to your mind. Now, let me tell you, nothing could prepare me for what was going to happen. Nothing could prepare me for what was going to happen. And it's just one of those things you have to go through, because now sasa ndio imekam utadu. But first of all, my body was ravaged. I have a long scar that runs from here till like huku. But we survived. I survived, right? I got pneumonia afterwards. To a point I was asking, now one of my lungs collapsed, so I had to get it. Your guys, it's wild. But I want to talk to you who's also going through a recovery journey. It doesn't have to be a surgery journey. You could just be recovering from, a heartbreak. You could be recovering from, something that changed in your life. Recovery is recovery, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's hard. It's hard. And it's lonely. And it sucks because no one really understands what you're going through. And I want to let you know, no one will understand what you're going through, but you don't have to go through it alone. In the run up to my birthday was this week on Tuesday, I had pardon my French, shittiest days. I remember when my birthday itself, I cried and cried and cried. You know, it's that non-stop ugly cry. Because I was like, a whole quarter has passed. You know, this was not the plan for. I'm even choking up. This was not the plan for this year. It was supposed to go differently. You know, this was the year of audacity. Yeah, audacity did come, but you're not alone. In the least, I want to let you know that you have me, because I felt very lonely in this journey, because like I said, not everyone gets it, and actually there are very few do, but there are also some people who will extend the grace to let you know that it's okay. All right, you're allowed to have a bad day, you're allowed to cry. If anything, you should. One of my doctors, he's so amazing, big up to Dr. Khan, Professor Dr. Khan. He just said, if you want to cry, just cry. There was a day he came into my room as did you know the usual ward runs, and he found me crying, and they were trying to take, there's this blood test called blood gas or something like that, and they were trying to get it. It's a very, very painful extraction, very painful. So they usually get it from like somewhere over here, but I'd already had one taken recently, so now they were struggling to find another place to get it. And it was so painful, and I felt so useless about my whole situation. I was just crying, and there was this room full of doctors, nurses, you know, student doctors, student nurses, and they're just looking, and they're like, "That's not funny." And he walked in and he found me crying. He's like, "Who made her cry? Everybody get out." Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Khan. I'm just telling you, it's going to be a long one, baby girl, or whoever is here right now. It's gonna be a long one, but we are going to come out on the end of it. And it's lonely, but I don't see why we should do it alone. I'm going to walk through this with you, and you can walk through this with me. I will do my very best on my good days, when I have them, on my bad days, to talk to you. But let's just see what next. And most essentially, just always know what has happened to you has changed you for a fact, but it does not define you. My illness and my surgery and everything I'm struggling with right now is not who I am. But has it changed me? Yes, I am definitely not the same person. And you should also allow yourself to come to terms with the fact that you're not the same person, and it's okay. So grieve the old you, and let's now move into the new you. So let's do this thing. I'll talk to you again, my loves. But if you've clocked today, we did today. Take thumbs up, and we keep it moving. Love you so much.